sir. This is Cadet Levendowski, and I'll be briefing the squad execution brief. So first is our mission and concept of the operation. Our mission statement is 1st Squad, 1st Platoon, Charlie-1-15 Infantry will attack to destroy Objective Phantom, DO-11907, Tree 18 Fower, no later than 30th, 2200, August 24th. We will deny enemy influence on the battalion DO. I say again, 1st Squad, 1st Platoon, C-1-15 Infantry, attack to destroy Objective Phantom, DO-11907, Tree 18 Fower, no later than 30th, 2200, August 24th, denying enemy influence on the battalion DO. A course of action, so the purpose of this operation, we will be denying enemy influence on the battalion DO. We will accomplish this mission by conducting an infiltration. Decisive to this operation, we will be positively identifying the enemy mortar team. This is decisive because it allows us to progress to Objective Phantom without being compromised. This risk is assumed by if we are met by an enemy with a larger force, because we are only going in with a squad. If it is greater composition than a squad, or if we are conducting this infiltration, we do have a limited personnel. This risk, however, will be mitigated by maintaining communication with higher and indirect fires. So for our course of action sketch, our main effort is our B team right here. Their task is to attack to destroy Objective Phantom, and they will deny enemy influence. Our supporting effort is our A team. Their task is to isolate. They will be our security element. However, I do have our A team broken up into 2 different teams, so each will be of 2 personnel. We have one here along Route Appalachie, one here along Route Orange, and they will be at Observation Post 1 and Observation Post 2. Their task is to isolate, and their purpose is to prevent enemy influence on the battalion main effort. Then we have our weapons team, which is located right here along Route Black. They will be our support by fire element, and their purpose is to support the squad main effort. So the end state here, our terrain, our primary MSRs and AO Ronin are contested. The enemy motor team is destroyed. We want to minimize civilian casualties and collateral damage to infrastructure. And then for friendly, our squad reconsolidation is at the ORP down here, and we are postured for follow-on offensive operations. Again, this is where our security elements are going to be, our weapons team or support by fire, and then our Bravo team, which is our main effort, and their task is to attack to destroy Objective Phantom. So the concept of the operation by phase. First is our recon isolation, which begins at the ORP down here, which is UF 1276 Tree 151. It ends with our squad set in our positions, so our teams are set in our security, assault, and support positions. And then we have initiation on Objective Phantom. These critical tasks and events include a leader's recon of Objective Phantom with our assault, support by fire, and then our placing of security. We will have 2 GOTWAs, 1, and then our GOTWA 2 will be with our security element and placing our S&O team. We will have a positive identification of enemy mortar team. We will occupy our security positions and the occupation of our support by fire here, and our occupation of our assault position, and they will be in placing first along phase line Alpha and then along phase line Alpha Bravo. For our next phase, which is our actions on objective, our squad will be first set in our positions, initiation on Objective Phantom, ending with the squad reconsolidation at our ORP down here. So these critical tasks and events include a destruction of the enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom, isolation of enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom by our A team, again, which is split into 2 different teams, our redundancy of triggers, and our achievement of decisive point. Our 5th phase, or our last phase, which is exfiltration, which begins at squad reconsolidation at the ORP, ends with our starting movement to patrol base. So here we'll be having a rapid exfiltration, a disruption of fires, and an ammo redistribution from our security element to our main element. So first I'll go into detail for our scheme of maneuver phase 3, which is recon isolation. So we'll be starting at our start point at our objective rally point, which is 1276-31501. So first we will be conducting, first our weapons control status will be tight, and then our decisive points and PIR answered is our enemy on objective Phantom. The key actions during this phase is we'll have our leaders recon of objective Phantom, assault, support by fire, and we'll be placing security, a positive identification of enemy mortar team, occupation of security positions, support by fire, and assault positions. So first is our leaders, Gotwa 1, which you can reference up here. And then we'll have our SWA Gotwa 2, which this is our SNL Gotwa, which you can reference over here. So first for our phase sequence, so right now everybody is at the objective rally point. Our security is going to be emplacing separately along their routes on observation post 1 and observation post 2. So we'll have Alpha Team 1, they will be conducting the route along Route Frog, along Route Appalachie, and they'll be placing up here by the observation post 1. Same thing with our Alpha Team 2, so they will be along Route Orange, but then they will go along this route to observation post 2, and these two will be conducting their Gotwa 2s when they're in placing their SNO teams. So they're going to be pinpointing objective and placing their SNO. They're going positively locating the support by fire element, and then locating the assault line, which is phase line Alpha Bravo. Then return to ORP. So then while this is happening, the Alpha Team leader will be emplacing the weapons team in the support by fire element. So they will be going along Route Frog here, and then along Route Black, and the Alpha Team leader will be emplacing the weapons team here. While that is happening, to save time, the Bravo Team leader will be moving the assault position, or the assault element, to phase line Alpha. And while this is happening, there is a road crossing here, so I want a hasty linear danger area crossing to happen right here. We're going to be conducting a hasty LDA here. Should take no more than 5 minutes so we can accurately have time to place our positions. So while the Alpha Team leader is emplacing the weapons team, the Bravo Team leader will be emplacing the main element. So they will be moving from the ORP along Route Frog to phase line Alpha along DO8 Kill. The Bravo Team leader will be placing the main effort here along phase line Alpha while the weapons team is being set. Once our support by fire element is set, the Bravo Team leader will then occupy the assault line, which is phase line Alpha Bravo. The support by fire then initiates with an M3 on call from the squad leader. The Alpha Team leader will be keeping time update about every 2 minutes on elapsed time over radio, and then if this is undetected, our squad decisive point is achieved. So right now, location of key leaders, 1 level up. Our platoon leader is at our patrol base. Our platoon sergeant is at our patrol base, and our weapons squad leader is at BP1, or battle position 1. And this ends with initiation on objective Phantom. So for CASEVAC plan, our CCPs is ORP, HLZs none, XPs none, leader duties, no change. Enemy situation, the enemy mortar team is occupying objective Phantom to control AI Ronin. So the contingencies that we have, our objective Phantom is unoccupied, abort mission, return to route, our primary route, unless contact with enemy has already been received. Our hard compromise, we're going to break contact to the ORP. Our soft compromise is contact squad leader via radio. Our routine, not applicable. Emergency, none available. Method of communication is FM, TCN, shout, nano, runner. Then our EPW plan, any detainees will be handled IAW, the 5 Ws at the squad level until consolidated under company control at the conclusion of squad operations. So for our scheme of maneuver phase 4, we're doing our actions on objective. We're starting with initiation on objective Phantom. I want the total actions on time to be no greater than 10 minutes for an ideal situation. Our weapons control status will be tight and then free with initiation. We're going to be cross-loading ammo as required, and we're going to initiate exfil moment. Movement, key actions will be destruction of enemy mortar team on objective Phantom, isolation of enemy mortar team on objective Phantom by our Alpha team or security elements, and then our redundancies of triggers and achievement of decisive points. Okay, so starting with initiation, weapons free, our squad leader will initiate with the M4. Our alpha team leader will initiate with M4 against the hardest and most concentrated target. Our support by fire will then engage between TRPs 1 and 4 right here on the objective. While this is happening, the cyclic rate of fire will be for 10 seconds for automatic riflemen, others will be rapid, and then the rapid rate of fire for 20 seconds, which is sustained. Our M4s engage soft to hard, near to far, left to right. Our M249 and M240 will engage hard to soft, far to near, right to left. Our assault engages as they appear between TRPs 1 and 4. And then our support by fire repeats engagement cycle at discretion of alpha team leader. So shift fire assault weapons, we're going to have weapons tight. So on triggers, when the assault team first reaches phase line Bravo, support by fire will shift fire to engage targets as they appear from TRPs 2 and 3 down here to avoid fratricide. Support by fire will confirm this shift fire by complete via radio and then I want a subsequent burst on the M240. The assault will then continue to conduct their aggressive section team bounding throughout objective Phantom. And while they're doing this, they are going to be engaging on their targets between 2 and 4. They're going to be successively bounding down to phase line E. When assault, however, reaches phase line Charlie down, and the Alpha or the Bravo team reaches phase line Charlie, the support by fire will then shift fire between TRPs 3 and 4 down here, and the support by fire will confirm this shift fire complete again via radio and subsequent bursts of the M240. The assault team will then go down and continue their successive bounding to phase line D. And then while this is happening, the support by fire will lift fire and then have to ultimately cease fire. And then while this is ceasing fire, Bravo team is still successively bounding down to phase line Echo, which is also our limit of advance. So the support by fire team will confirm this lift fire and ultimate ceasefire via radio and again subsequent bursts of their M240. And then the Bravo team leader will confirm that they have reached their limit of advance via radio with the Alpha team leader, and then subsequent bursts of their M4. So for our location of key leaders, our squad leaders at the assault position, our Alpha team leader is at the security position, and our Bravo team leader is also at the assault position. Then for our special teams, our team leaders will gather lace reports, EPWs, clear search equipment. Withdraw, this is important because the squad leader is going to direct the team leader to initiate a demo fire, which should be about a 3-minute burn time. The assault will withdraw first on a direct azimuth to the ORP, so direct azimuth from here to the ORP. The weapons team will then follow in suit, and they will directly tail behind the Bravo team back down to the ORP. Then the security will withdraw via either radio, which will be our primary. In the case the radios are not working, they will also initiate their withdrawal with a demo explosion. So then our Alpha team security elements will then follow suit with either the radio or demo explosion and end up back at the ORP. For our CCPs, this is the rally point, HLZs none, AXPs none. Leader duties is no change. Enemy situation, the enemy does have their howitzer, be ready to react to potential contact. Again, if enemy has a larger composition size, be ready to break contact or initiate withdrawal. Contingencies, the enemy reinforcements are fight in place to disrupt, coordinate to break contact over radio with squad leader. If we have an ineffective support by fire, we are going to repeat engagement cycle until otherwise directed by the squad leader. Our friendly casualties will be the commitment of the Alpha team leader, and this will provide security for the CASEVAC until transition to the ORP. Our routine is not applicable, emergency again not available. Method of communication is still the same. Our EPW plan, we are going to zip tie and leave the objective outside the blast radius of demo charges. Finally, for our scheme of maneuver phase 5, which is exfiltration, we are going to start again. Now we're all reconsolidated at the ORP. Our order of movement is going to be Bravo team, weapons team, and then Alpha team. This is during weapons hold. Our Bravo team squad leader is going to have security elements redistribute ammo to the assault element, as the assault element will most likely be lacking in ammo. We're going to return using our primary route, which is primary route Tiger, back to the patrol base. Again, I chose this because it's the farthest away from potential recon team if they are still around. We're going to be doing radio checks between headquarters every 30 minutes. Location of key leaders, squad leaders at ORP, Alpha team leaders at ORP, and Bravo team leaders at ORP. We're going to end with our initiation of movement to patrol base. So for our CASEVAC plan, CCPs is rolling, HLZs are none, AXPs are none, leader duties, no change. For our enemy situation, at this point, enemy mortar teams should be terminated. However, we do have to keep in mind of enemy recon team on our primary route back. Contingencies is indirect fire. We're going to react to indirect fire, continuing movement along our return route, which is our primary route. If visual is gained at enemy, we are not going to initiate fires. We're just going to try to move to remain undetected and then continue contact with our platoon leader over radio. Routine, none. Emergency, none available. Same method of communication. Our EPW plan, we're going to coordinate with platoon leadership. The key actions during this phase 5 is exfiltration is rapid exfil, avoid contact, observation by remaining enemy elements, and redistribute ammo as needed. Finally, coordinating instructions are PIR, identification of enemy on objective Phantom, defensive obstacles, and AO Ronin. Enemy troop equipment of larger or equal to a platoon size, we're going to have reinforcements committed, ISO objective Phantom. Identification of HQ-16 or a Chinese-made mid-range SAM system. US equivalent is the enemy operations UAS. And our question is, does the enemy know of Cougar Company and AO Ronin? For FFIR, we're going to have a hard compromise, soft compromise, loss of key weapon systems or catastrophic weapon malfunction, and friendly casualties. Our EEFI is our ComSec, operational products, commo card, and unit locations. Our MOP level none, PCC and PCI focus is AV signature, night equipment, and demo. Our priority of rehearsals, first is B team assault, A team is security occupation, weapons team is support by fire occupation. Priorities of work is security, continuous observation, and communication. And then priority of rehearsals, other tasks that apply to 2 or more units is our RXLs, our LDA crossing, LODA crossing, ORP occupation, RTC, RT, IDF. That concludes my brief. Thank you.